Dying words of unbelievers. Sir Thomas Scott said, "Until this moment I thought there was neither a God nor a hell. Now I know and feel that there are both, and I am doomed to perdition by the just judgment of the Almighty." David Strauss. "My philosophy leaves me utterly forlorn. I feel like one caught in the merciless jaws of an automatic machine, not knowing at what time one of its greatest hammers might crush me." Anton LaVey, who is author of the Satanic Bible and high priest of satanic worship. Oh my, what have I done? There is something very wrong." Last words before he died. Joseph Stalin, Russian communist dictator responsible for millions of murders. His daughter, after he died, was interviewed by Newsweek magazine. Said, "My father died a difficult and terrible death. At what seemed the very last moment, he suddenly opened his eyes and cast a glance over everyone in the room. It was a terrible glance, insane or perhaps angry. His left hand was raised as though he were pointing to something above and bringing down a curse on us all. The gesture was one full of menace. The next morning, he was dead." Robert Ingersoll, very famous unbeliever. "Oh God, if there be a God, save my soul, if I have a soul, from hell, if there be a hell." David Hume, another famous atheistic philosopher. On his deathbed, he cried aloud, "I'm in flames." His desperation was a horrible scene. Voltaire, one of the most famous atheist unbelievers in history. "I'm abandoned by God and man," he said to his physician, Dr. Fochin. "I will give you half of what I'm worth if you will give me 6 months of life." When he was told this was impossible, he said, "Then I shall die and go to hell." His nurse said, "For all the money in Europe, I wouldn't want to see another unbeliever die." All night long, he cried for forgiveness. Thomas Paine, who was famous in the time of the Revolution, wrote the Age of Reason, very famous unbeliever. As he's dying, "Stay with me, for God's sake, I cannot bear to be left alone. Oh Lord, help me. Oh God, what have I done to suffer so much? What will become of me hereafter? I would give worlds if I had them, that the Age of Reason had never been published. Oh Lord, help me. Christ, help me. No, don't leave. Stay with me. Stand, even a child to stay with me, for I am on the edge of hell, here alone. If ever the devil had an agent, I have been that one." Sir Francis Newport, who was head of an atheist club. "You need not tell me there is no God, for I know there is one, that I am in his presence. You need not tell me there is no hell. I feel myself already slipping. Wretches, cease your idle talk about there being hope for me. I know I am lost forever. Oh, that fire! Oh, the insufferable pangs of hell! Oh, that I could lie for 1,000 years upon the fire that is never quenched, to purchase the favor of God and be united to him again. But it is a fruitless wish. Millions and millions of years will bring me no nearer the end of my torments than one poor hour. Oh, eternity, eternity, forever and forever. Oh, the insufferable pangs of hell." And now here is the Bible's response. Romans 1, verses 20 and 22. "For since the creation of the world, his invisible attributes are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. Professing to be wise, they became fools." Psalm 14, verse 1, "The fool has said in his heart, there is no God." John 8:24, "Therefore I said to you that you will die in your sins, for if you do not believe that I am he, you will die in your sins." John 11:25, "I am the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me, though he may die, he shall live." And Acts 22:16, Now why are you waiting? Arise and be baptized and wash away your sins, calling on the name of the Lord. Tonight, if you need to become a child of God and you need the forgiveness of your sins, or you want the prayers of the congregation, please come forward and make it known as we stand and as we sing.